Hello my darlings, and welcome to another video of this vlogmas, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are focusing on designer fragrances only, and I picked the ones that you absolutely should have in your stash if you love perfumes, but since you're watching this video you probably do. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump right in. Of course, subscribe to my channel, and of course check out Venom of Love, which is back in stock, and you can get gorgeous sales and perks on the website, including free shipping. So yes guys, let's just jump into it. When it comes to designer fragrances, there are so many good ones, but there are also so many bad ones. So I want to give you guys a very nice guide what to actually get if you want to build your collection or if you want to add on to what you already have. So I have some stuff for summertime, I have some for winter time, I have basically everything here. So let's start. First of all, I'm gonna give you an honorable mention because I've heard it's getting discontinued. If it wasn't, it would be like so in this list, but I have an alternative, and I'm talking about Tom Ford Noir PERFUME. There was a time in my life when I didn't like this fragrance at all, like at all. It was too heavy for me. It was like weird. I just felt it was weird, but now I absolutely love it, guys. I think you just have to mature onto this fragrance, just like with Dior Addict. I just had to grow up to actually wear it, and same with this one. Currently, I am obsessed, but since it is getting discontinued, I think nothing hurts to get the Noir Extreme for the men, which basically has pretty much the same note breakdown. This one is just a little bit more heavy on sandalwood, whereas Noir PERFUME is a little bit more floral, but they dry down exactly the same. The longevity on me is also pretty much the same. They, by the way, last very well on me, and both of them are those very dark, slightly Middle Eastern leaning gourmands. They are based on coffee note. There's also a lot of vanilla, quite a bit of florals as well. There's sandalwood, there are some spices. So all in all, it is a general gorgeous combination. And you know, this is like a not too obvious of a gourmand, but still is a gourmand. So I absolutely love both of them. Again, they're very similar. In the beginning with Noir Extreme, you will find that it might be slightly more like spicy and dry, whereas the PERFUME version is going to be sweeter in the beginning, but again the dry down is very similar, and I love them, and I think that for designer they're incredible. I'm not sure if it's actually getting discontinued or if it already is. I'm not too sure, so don't quote me on that, but still one or the other is fantastic to have, and it's absolutely a statement of a fragrance. So I really recommend it. The next one is from Lancôme, and this one is a newer release of theirs. This is Idole Nectar, and at first I was so uninterested, truly so uninterested, but I had a sample of it and it really does make me feel a certain way, all right? This makes me feel very classy, very chic, very feminine, very daytime appropriate. This fragrance also lasts so well on me. It's fantastic when it comes to projection and longevity. And this is a rose-based fragrance, but it has some popcorn note to it. It's definitely a sweet one. So check it out if you haven't already. Out of all the Idole fragrances, this is the one that I like the most. I also like Aura, however Aura to me doesn't last enough, and this one is very long lasting. It's definitely stronger, and it doesn't have that prominent typical Idole feel to it, which I didn't like in the original. So yeah, fantastic fragrance, super duper long lasting, and I actually think it is worth the price if you find it online on a discount, which I will link below, of course. get it. Just get it if you find it with a good price, because it's really, really nice. Okay, next. Oldie but a goodie, guys. I know I've said a lot of things about it and I don't want to repeat myself, so I'm just going to quickly mention it. Alien, of course, is one of the best designer fragrances, no matter how terribly reformulated it is. I think it's still incredible comparing to all the new releases, comparing to everything and anything, really. I prefer Alien, like, out of all the fragrances I have. I just love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's dark, it's sexy, mysterious, polarizing. There's everything to it. Currently, since it's weaker than it used to be back in the day, I use it for the daytime, but I think it will still perform pretty nice during the evenings. So Alien, always a good one, always a good one. All right, now I have an Estée Lauder fragrance, which is not very common for me. However, listen, if you want the perfect coconut fragrance that is very similar to Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, look no further. This is the best, okay? I have tried so many coconut ones. I do also have Alien Goddess, but I think this one is better. Considering the price and considering what you're getting, this is way cheaper than Alien Goddess. And this is Bronze Goddess Nuit from Estée Lauder. And this is considered to be like darker and more woody than the original Bronze Goddess. I wouldn't say so. I mean, it's incredible, okay? It's incredible. It's quite cozy, it is beachy, it is still that santan lotion of a feel to it. It's coconutty, it's tropical florals, long lasting, this one, because you know it's a Nuit version. I'm not sure, no, it's not the intense one, but it's still quite decent when it comes to lasting power. So, you know, skip on Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. It's so expensive, it's ridiculous. You can even skip on Alien Goddess. This is the one you absolutely have to have in your stash. This will be your ultimate summer fragrance, okay? Ultimate summer fragrance. So I highly recommend this one. What do we have next, guys? Of course, I have a couple of vanilla-based fragrances, and don't kill me, I just had to, right? Of course, La Belle. When it comes to designer, out of all the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances that I really like, and I have a lot of them, this is still my favorite. Of course, we can, you know, put the Le Parfum one in here, but I think the original just will give you everything you need and more. It is so feminine. It's such a gorgeous, strong, long-lasting vanilla combined with pear. Such a good fragrance to me. One of my favorite designer fragrances of all time period. And not only it's beautiful as a scent, I love the bottle, and also, guys, it's so long lasting. So long lasting. It's incredible. The reason why I love Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances is that they're pretty much always long lasting, with some exceptions, but most of them are so long lasting and very projecting. So yes, La Belle is one of those. Really, no matter if you get the Le Parfum, which I love as well, or the original that we have here, you are good to go. So La Belle, for sure, the one you have to have. Now, another vanilla that I have here is, of course, Olympia. With Olympia, I have such a love relationship. There's no hate, no hate. I love this one, the intense one, the solar one. They're all absolutely gorgeous, perfect for all year round because they're warm and cozy and strong, so they're perfect for autumn, winter. But also they have that salty ambery accord, which makes them absolutely amazing for the summertime and the beach and, you know, nighttime parties. Incredible, very sexy, very warm. This is such an amazing fragrance from Paco Rabanne. I don't think Paco Rabanne ever released a better fragrance than Olympia, and its whole range. Olympia is the best in my opinion. The new one, Femme, doesn't really compare. Pure XS, don't even tell me about it. Olympia, incredible. I know I've been talking about this fragrance since I started my channel, but to me, this is still one of the best, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I have to repeat myself, I will. So yes, Olympea, long-lasting, strong, incredible fragrance. Again, if you want something more ambery and more oriental, go with the intense one. I have so many reviews of it on my channel, and with the original one, you never can go wrong. So that is Olympea, gorgeous salty vanilla. Actually, I really did my due diligence, and I have one fragrance of each brand, so thumbs up for me, guys. Now, next one. Oh no, actually, literally when I said it, I realized I lied. I have two fragrances from Chanel. But that's the only brand that I have two fragrances of. So for Chanel, you know, there are so many fragrances that are exquisite from the brand. The brand itself, when it comes to their scents, is sometimes a little bit too classic for me, but there are some absolute gems that I do not see my collection without. And the first one is, of course, Chance of Fraiche. I have gone through multiple bottles of it. I have already a backup of it. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is that fresh, woody citrus that is very long lasting. It is gonna really project. It is going to give you compliments. It is going to make you feel fresh and put together and clean and classy. But at the same time, you know, it's Chanel, so it will make you feel bougie as well. This is such a beautiful composition. No other citrus fragrance does it for me as much as this Chanel or Chance for Fraiche does. So yeah, this absolutely has to be in your collection. If you want something more floral, go with the original Chance. It's also fantastic, but if I were to choose my personal favorite from the Chance range, it would of course be Eau Fraiche. I don't know why some people say it doesn't last on them. On me, it lasts all day and even more than that. Like when I spray it in my hair, I can still smell it the next day. So yeah, perfection of a fragrance. So that's Chance of Fraiche, and the last Chanel that I have here is, of course, Coco Madma. This is my little nickname for it, okay? I really like it, even though, you know, it's so overdone. It has so many dupes on the market. It is one and only, because to me, this fragrance is class in itself. Class in itself, and it is warm and fresh at the same time. It is sparkling and classy. You know, no wonder that it is the world's best seller. Of course, I also love the intense version. And that's pretty much it when it comes to its versions. But of course, the original is fantastic. As you can see, guys, I mostly brought the original versions, the OGs, in here for you. Yeah, no other commentary needed when it comes to Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. Fantastic fragrance that I think every woman has to have in their collection, unless you really don't like the scent, but otherwise, absolutely have to have it, okay? This is like my extreme situation go-to fragrance, you know, when I really am, let's say, in a rush and there's something very important, I put this on and everything's fine. So yeah, fantastic one, fantastic one. I will always have it in my collection as well. Now we've got a Guerlain, and this is Mon Guerlain Intense. Of course, the OG is just as beautiful. This is just more intense, more on that vanilla side, and darker. Such a beautiful fragrance. Another masterpiece that I feel like will be a classic in the next 20 years. I think they will still make it. Starting from a super classy bottle to the scent itself, it is just everything. This to me is a great alternative to Coco Mademoiselle, because it is just as classy, it's just a different vibe. So this is a vanilla with lavender, with jasmine, with coumarin. Absolutely gorgeous scent, absolutely gorgeous. This one I would say is more sexy than Coco Mademoiselle, but it's again just as classy and just as formal, occasion appropriate. So highly recommend this one. You really cannot go wrong with Mon Guerlain, no matter which flanker you get or the OG. It's fantastic, okay? It's just fantastic. So yeah, I will always have it in my collection as well. And next we have Narciso Rodriguez, and I had to skip on the ones that are discontinued by this time that I'm making this video, so I don't want to, you know, piss anyone off. I have something for you that is definitely still a ongoing product, and this is Rose from Musc Noir collection. This is Musc Noir Rose. And it's so gorgeous, and I must say this, I feel like I'm not like 100% sure, but this is probably the biggest compliment getter out of the whole bunch. And I think out of my whole collection of fragrances, this is the one that always gives me compliments, which is crazy because I never thought it would be such a hit within the crowd. But it really is. It's very long lasting, and it is such a gorgeous combination of this typical Narciso musk, which is, you know, like cottony, a little bit plush, but still quite clean and fresh, and rose, which gives you a very Middle Eastern touch to this fragrance, and plum, which gives you that fruity darkness. Absolutely fantastic of a scent, you know. It projects, it lasts. Look how much I've used. So it really gives you an idea of how much I love it, and I know that every time I wear it I will be chased down the streets because people love it that much. And to me it is sexy, and it's quite mature as well. It's not a flirty girly fragrance. This packs a punch, and this needs confidence, okay? So yeah, Musc Noir for her is fantastic. Now, something that's maybe not an alternative to Alien, but it does have a very similar jasmine. It's also long lasting, it's way cheaper, and it's so beautiful. And you know, it was hyped up like maybe 2 years ago, and nobody talks about it anymore. Well, I do. I love it. And this is Dolce&Gabbana, The Only One Intense. I hope that it's not getting discontinued, because I know that the number 2 from the range, the red bottle, is discontinued now officially. With this one, I'm not sure yet, but this is such a good fragrance. So you get a green apple at the top, you get some beautiful jasmine, you get some vanilla and woody notes and coconut. This is beautiful, okay? This is sexy, this is cozy. Actually, let me spray it on myself because I haven't worn it for a while. It is very creamy and thick and luscious. I adore this scent. I adore this scent. I see that many people who bought it and reviewed it got rid of it after a while, but to me this is such a hit from the brand. One of their best releases. I think that the one range, this one and those, you know, more rectangular bottles in general are so good. Most of them are absolutely amazing, and yeah, this one is no exception. To me, it's a very modern take on a classy fragrance. You know, you get that creamy coconut, it's quite milky, you get some freshness and sweetness from the apple, and then you have a beautiful plush woody vanillic base. So I really, really love it. So that is The Only One Intense, and it's not too expensive, so you know, you're getting a great quality fragrance for not much money, actually, comparing to, you know, other fragrances these days. All right, next I have something super dark and sexy and just spectacular, and this also gives me a lot of compliments. I actually wore it for my birthday, and this is L'Interdit Intense from Givenchy. I really like the OG. It's completely different. It's like more flirty and uplifting and sweet and fresh. I really love the OG as well. It could be here for sure, but if I were to choose, I would pick the intense version just because it's so sensual. So you still get some whiffs of the original, but to me it's definitely more about sesame and vanilla here. This is something else. This actually really reminds me of a very, very expensive fragrance that I also have from VENOM, which is Black 5, and this is quite similar to it. So if you want to maybe save some money on VENOM, I would definitely go ahead with this. It's dark, it's mysterious, it's very sexy and classy at the same time. Super projecting and long lasting. Like the whole L'Interdit range is very, very good in that department. So yes, the intense one is definitely the one you should wear for nights out, for sexy encounters. It's great for clubbing as well. So yes, this is so good, so good. I have 3 more fragrances. Are you ready? And by the way, look how oily L'Interdit is. So you really you really get good concentration of oils. All right, next we've got a newer baby in my collection, and I'm telling you straight away, I love it so much that I will also get the original, which I didn't think I loved, but since I love this one so much, I'm gonna get it. And this is Jimmy Choo I Want Choo Forever. And I Want Choo, the original, is super long lasting as well, because this one is perfection when it comes to lasting power, but the original is more like concentrated on that white floral aspect, more lively, uplifting, more light and airy. This one is dark and sexy, and this one has cherry to it, beautiful vanilla in here. Straight out of the bat, I'm gonna say that this is way better done than the original in terms of how the ingredients perform, how they feel, you know, when it comes to the fakeness of the ingredients, so to speak. This one is way better. They just perfected what they created prior to that. So if you love sweet but quite sexy fragrances, very out there, kind of like, you know, Carolina Herrera Good Girl, you will enjoy it so much. It has cherry to it, as I said, I think already. So it's a nice vanillic, fruity, sultry punch. I love it. I really love it. I never loved Jimmy Choo fragrances, but this one is a hit for me, and it's not too expensive, fortunately. So that is Jimmy Choo. And speaking of Carolina Herrera, don't kill me, I have a good girl here, because I still think, but not the original. No. But I still think it's so worth having. Maybe it will be alternative to Jimmy Choo if you don't love it, but I'm sure you will. But this one is like this gorgeous, sexy, fruity one, and this is the Supreme or Supreme. This one is, some people compare it to Juicy Couture, but it's so much better, guys. And it's also like quite dark and maybe not too mysterious. To me, it's a loud but girly fragrance. Yes, that's how I would describe it. It's loud and girly, and it's very different actually to Jimmy Choo. So if you have one, you definitely don't have to worry that if you buy the other will be redundant. No, they're different enough, trust me. They both have gorgeous projection and longevity. I also love the Léger version. I absolutely also love the red version, very good girl. I do not really love the cherry one, but the one prior to the cherry one, the vanilla rose, fantastic. But this one is the one that I very often go for, along with the Léger version. So yes, these are fantastic. I'm holding this like I want to kill somebody, but trust me, I don't. Okay, better. So Good Girl Supreme or Léger are both fantastic. I think one or the other, or maybe both, you should have in your collection. And last but definitely not least, guys, I have something for you that I adore with all my heart. It's been with me through thick and thin. I've had this fragrance for years. I love it so much, it's insane. And that is Poison Girl from Dior. Guys, this is the scent of my dreams. I love it. It's beautiful. It's so amazing. This is like this rose, almond, peru balsam, tonka bean goodness. This is the dream combination of those ingredients. It's such a perfect balance. Because of its name, I feel like it's very underestimated, but it's actually good because you're not gonna smell many people wearing it around you. And it's so exquisite, guys. It's so sexy. It's long lasting. It projects. It's just everything. You know what? Poison Girl has been with me through very crazy times, and I have crazy memories attached to this one, but I still wear it. I still love it. I still wear it. I will surely get a backup of it, and this is actually my last bottle, and I'm trying to, you know, keep it and cherish it, but I think I'm just gonna get a backup and use this more because I love it and I feel so amazing when I wear it. I feel like this most sexy, beautiful woman that's just a sexy kitten, okay? A sexy kitten. So I love Poison Girl, and you should absolutely have it in your collection. And I think we're done. It's way over top 10. I think we're at 15 now, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what? If I like something, I will always tell you, and it doesn't matter with the number on my list. And that is it for today, my darlings. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up. Tell me what is your favorite designer fragrance, and give me more video ideas for Vlogmas, because we're slowly getting into the middle of it, and I need your video ideas. I need to do what you like. So yes, hit me up in the comments below with your requests, and see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.